Hello all you lovely internet people, my name is LashofSnow, you are you, and I hope you're all well. So going by today's video title, you know what I'm doing obviously. It is now December and one of our local chains of supermarket has a lot of new cheeses in for the Christmas period, and they look like these little tiny wheels. I picked up 7 of them because I like cheese and I went a bit mental. These are all from Sainsburys, so I will go through them and then I will taste a little bit, tell you what I think, and then you can comment below if you've had any of them. First up we have Wensleydale and cranberry, cheddar with caramelized onion, Mexicana, farmhouse cheddar, applewood cheddar, Wensleydale and apricot, and finally cheddar with garlic and herbs. Let's start with one that I'm not particularly looking forward to. I like cheddar. Any varieties on cheddar, whether it be herbs, applewood, caramelized onion, whatever, 100%. But I'm not a fan of like Wensleydale and brie and blue cheese and things. They just don't really do anything for me. So let's start with Wensleydale and cranberry. So this is what it looks like. Don't know if you can kind of see white cheese with some cranberries in it. Now, I've never had Wensleydale before, so you guys are witnessing it first. It smells quite fruity, not so cheddary because it's not, but it doesn't actually smell too bad, so I'll have a little bit. Okay, so that's not the worst thing I've ever had. I don't like cheese that tastes sour, if that makes sense. That doesn't appeal to me any way, shape or form. It's quite a sweet cheese. Obviously the cranberries help there, but I don't really know what to say about Wensleydale because I've never really had it before. And I have one with cranberries and one with apricot. So I would imagine they'll taste quite similar, just the fruit being the difference. See the big cranberry chunk? Okay, so that one surprised me. It wasn't as awful as I thought it was going to be, but I don't like my cheese sweet. I just don't understand why people put fruit in cheese. I know the variety and to change it up, but give me a strong cheddar any day. Speaking of which, we are now going for cheddar with caramelized onion. Okay, so here it is. It's kind of a darker colored cheese compared to the Wensleydale. Oh, it smells so good. It smells like tobacco onions. Ooh, can't wait to give this a go. These things are incredibly hard to cut through. What I'm doing is just taking one kind of slice through and poking it out to the little side and tasting it that way. So. Now, I know it's quite similar in a sense to the sweetness of the Wensleydale because caramelized, but that onion taste though. Okay, next up is one of my personal favourite cheeses, applewood smoked cheddar. And the description in the back just says, cheddar with smoke flavouring. One of these is 3 servings. There you go. Oh, can't wait to get into this. If you have had applewood cheddar, you know how good this is. Here we have it. It's not so dark as the caramelized onion one, and it's not as bright. It's not as bright as the Wensleydale, but the aroma that comes off it, just smells like a. It smells like it's gonna be weird. It smells like a barbecue that's just finished and it's kind of got that smoky sense to it. Ooh, can't wait. No. Bit of this on some crackers. Ooh, you're flying. I'm sure all these guys agree with me. There's not a lot to say about applewood smoked cheddar apart from it's one of the best cheddars you can get. It's so tasty. And years ago I used to be quite, not scared, but relenting of tasting new cheese because of blue cheese and things. It just freaked me out. But I tried applewood in work once. Hooked. So let's take a step away from the more savoury side and go back to a sweet one. This time we have Wensleydale and Apricot. Wensleydale. The Walls and Grounds favourite cheese. Okay, so here we are with the Wensleydale and Apricot. There we go. It's not as bright as the cranberry version. It's a little bit darker, but you've got obviously the little orange apricots in there. Now, again, I don't eat cranberries or apricots in daily fruit eating life, so it's strange to have them in cheese for me. I know some people eat cheese with like grapes and apples and oranges and stuff. That's the weirdest one I've ever seen. Somebody eating a plate of cheese with an orange. I just don't understand that. Maybe I'm just uncultured. This doesn't actually smell too bad. It smells quite nice because of the apricots. The apricots is a smell I'm familiar with from, you know, yogurts and things, but let's eat it. Nope. Oh. Ooh, that was awful. That was, I don't know if it was just because it was the outside of the wax wheel, but oh, it was weirdly sticky. It's like, no, I did not like that one at all. I mean, with the rest I've had the little wedges I pulled out. I got halfway through that one. Not for me. Sorry, Wensleydale enthusiasts. Let's go the complete opposite scale of sweet, to an extent anyway, and go for Mexicana. Again, this is a brand like Applewood was. Cheddar with mixed peppers and chili. Again, another favourite of mine. Yes, 100% yes. This is like an orange cheese, obviously with the peppers and the sweetness. You've got the cheddar, and then inside you've got the chilies and the peppers, and I don't know what this is, obviously just a little cheese curdle type of thing. But this cheese is fantastic. Has a little bit of a kick. Depending on where you buy it, it can be stronger or it can be weaker. I found that if you buy like slices, you know, from like a pre-made pack, you can get them for Applewood too. They're a little bit weaker than they are if you just buy them from a cheese counter, but if you haven't tried Mexicana and you like spicy food and cheese, get this. Ooh. Delightful. So next up after spicy cheese, we have farmhouse cheddar, which I'd imagine is just like a quite a strong mature cheese. So before opening this, I fully expected to be very brittle and fall apart very easily. It's West Country farmhouse cheddar. Let's see if it is. Okay, so it didn't fall apart. It isn't as flaky as I first thought it was, but upon smelling it, it does smell like Cathedral City cheddar. So it just seems like a regular. It looks quite milky too because it's quite white. It's too white for the camera. But let's give farmhouse cheddar a blast. Exactly like a strong, like a mature Cathedral City. Gonna be a weird phrase, but in those types of cheeses, you can almost taste the country. That sounds really fucking weird, but you can taste that kind of farm scent. It's a really weird. Maybe the milk's just incredibly strong tasting it, but farmhouse cheddar, 100%. Finally, we have quite a bulging little wheel. It's cheddar with garlic and herbs. Now, this should be unbelievably tasty. Hey, boys. Here we are, slightly green, obviously with the herbs and the chives and stuff. Doesn't smell overpoweringly of garlic, which is always a plus, because then you don't want to smell like you're ready to ward off vampires. Just an ever so slight mild scent to it. It's quite a mild tasting cheese, preferably for me, I would have combined garlic and herbs with quite a mature cheese, because it just adds to the flavour of the matureness. Matureness, is that even a word? Who knows? But it's still pretty good. Again, nothing overly special about it. It's just quite a mild cheddar with some garlic hints and some herbs in. We have the aftermath of the butcherings. We have Mexicana. We have the cheddar, garlic and herbs. The Wednesday day on apricot. Applewood. Caramelized onion. Cranberry. And farmhouse cheddar. Now, to rank a favourite, it's quite hard because I know quite hard. I know what two are at the bottom, unfortunately. The bottom for me, the worst out of these 7 has to be the Wednesday deal on apricot. It just tasted awful to me. I did not like it one bit. Next up at number 6 would have been Wednesday deal on cranberry. Again, there's nothing awful about it. It's just I don't like fruit in my cheese. Just like I don't like fruit on my pizza. Pineapple, what? Next up at 5 out of 7, obviously, is the cheddar with garlic and herbs. Now, this is just my view on this plate. There could be stronger versions, but for garlic and herb, I would have preferred it to be mixed with a mature cheese. This one seemed very mild because it was very kind of squishy and chewy. But number 5. Number 4 was farmhouse cheddar. Again, just because it was a simple plain cheese. Still tasted good, nothing wrong with it. But in terms of the other guys, this one kind of ranks number 4. The third spot is the Mexicana, just because it tastes so fucking good. The Mexicana is good if you like some spice. It adds some punch to like dishes, like pasta dishes, if you just grate some over the top. Excellent. Or even in sandwiches, it's quite nice. Mexicana is number 3. So there are 2 left. Where do you think, or what do you think will be number 2? What do you think will be number 1? Comment it below. And the grand reveal is number 2 is cheddar with caramelized onion. Tastes great. The onions are very kind of savoury tasting, but there is ever so slight little sweetness in it for the caramelization. Excellent cheese, excellent texture. The flavour is nice, and I'm going to stop shoving cheese in your face. But this is number 2 for me. And number 1 is hard to beat. Applewood cheddar. It just tastes so good. Oh, the smell. I can smell that for days. This is fantastic. If you have a Sainsburys anywhere near you, you should find these. These little wheels were only £1 each. So I picked up pretty much all of them. They were all sitting right beside each other, and I thought, well, if I'm going to get this one and this one and this one, I might as well get this one. Which then I had 4 of the 7, so I just thought, boom, 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 boom. And there we have it. We have a little YouTube video of some cheese tasting. I hope you have liked this video. It was kind of fun to do cheeses. I've always thought about, you know, I always have a list of video ideas, and cheese is always somewhere around there, but I thought I'd share my love of cheddar and the little adorable little cheese wheels with you lovely people. I hope you've liked it, as I said. Comment below if you've tried any of these, or you're looking to try any of these, or what your favourite cheese is even. And I'm sure we'll be talking in the comments. So, from myself, from my little friends here, I will see you lovely people next week. Hope you have a good one, and until then, stay away from knives.